Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the world's famous
man.
Repetition Diner.
Hey, we finally got it together, man. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Apron. Y'all already know, man. I'm the man, J. Rose. To my left, man, y'all know the legend himself. AKA the Beast Mode Chef. AKA the Super Set King in the building, man. We in the house he built, y'all already know. And our special guest for today, to the right, y'all seen her in the Savage Challenge. Y'all seen her kill it. The 200 Savage Challenge ran through that thing like it was some corn on the cob. Y'all already know what she do. She ain't playing. Miss DeLeon Conchella in the building, man. Give her a round of applause if y'all at the house. Let's go, man. All right, man. So y'all already know how we do it at Behind the Apron, man. We come through. We talk about everything that goes on in the gym here at Body Edge Fitness, aka the Repetition Diner, about how the chef does things, how he recreates the whole body, how he recreates the whole mind, how he have recreated the whole game. Period, man. Stop playing with him. Y'all already know. Coldest host on the planet. The coldest damn trainer on the planet.
We in here.
And the coldest savage. The coldest savage killer in the building.
Savage Queen.
Savage Queen. There we go. That's what we gonna call it. We gonna call her the Savage Queen, aka that's what you can know. That's what you walk around as from here on out. Savage Queen.
SQ.
Yeah, man. So we're about to have fun today, man. Y'all already know. 629 Airport Road, Lawrenceville, Georgia, man. Make sure y'all come through if y'all ever in the city, y'all ever want to meet the legend himself, or if y'all might pop up and meet the Savage Queen herself. She might be in there training. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So 629 Airport Road, man, Lawrenceville, Georgia. But we gonna go ahead and jump right into it, man. We already know we had y'all held up for a minute, so we finna go ahead and jump right into it. Today's topic, man, Chef, what we on? Mass gaining and
Savage Queen for the day.
Savage Queen for the day.
Savage Queen for the day.
That's her name. Rest of the show. Savage Queen.
Savage Queen.
Period. So from now on, when y'all see her, Savage Queen.
Don't call me that.
Savage Queen. That's what you call it. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man. Today's show, man. We gonna go ahead. We gonna talk about our special guest and how she is tied in to this episode. If you followed us on the Repetition Diner, then you have seen the changes and you have seen the gains that she has made over the past couple of weeks or past couple of months even. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it over to the chef and let him go ahead and dive in and introduce himself further and let y'all know just what he has been up to and how he has been doing this thing, man. Let's go, Chef. What it is,
Let's go. All right, I go by the Beast Mode Chef, the Super Set King, the coldest trainer on the planet. I go by the Beast Mode Chef not because what I can do in the gym, although I have set numerous records and I'm still a beast and a force to be reckoned with. but it's not about me. It's about what I can do for you. So I go by the Beast Mode Chef because I'm going to turn you into a beast if you simply eat these meals that I prepared. And when we say meals means workouts. All right, so when you hear the word meal, that means workout. And when we say plate, that means your workout. All right, so I go by the Super Set King, the Beast Mode Chef. I got the coldest super sets on the planet, and I use my own training method. All right, so we don't follow what nobody else doing. We got blinders on, and we pave the way. We set the standard, we set the bar, and we follow the Beast Mode Chef training method. All right, the Beast Mode Chef training method is called the Surge training method, and that means you can build strength. You can use this method with your own workout once you learn how to apply it. All right, you're gonna increase strength, improve recovery, gain muscle, and increase muscle endurance. So that's a Surge training method created by the Beast Mode Chef. I use my method for every single plate, every single meal. Once again, meal means workout. So every meal I prepare is used with the Beast Mode Chef training method. All right, now, Ms. DeLeon, we're here today. Today's topic is how do you increase muscle mass? All right, and how do you train to increase muscle mass? Or to increase lean muscle, so to speak. So in DeLeon's instance, she's building lean muscle. So we're going to let Ms. DeLeon introduce herself, then I'm going to jump back in and tell you where she started from and where we are today.
AKA Savage Queen, let's go.
Savage Queen.
Hi, everybody. My name is Conchetta. I think I started working out with you.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And when I started working out, I wanted a different look than what the look I'm going for today. And I think you're going to get into that.
Hold up. When we first met, you said, look here, I'm going to Vegas in a few weeks. I didn't even know you get me right. That was the words you used.
That was the words, yes. That was, yeah.
So if many of you know, when it comes to fitness, regardless of what your goal is, it's solely about your diet. It's solely about your eating. All right, you will get stronger, you can build muscle, but you will not look or perform your best without adequate nutrition. So as most ladies, even guys, they struggle with nutrition, and so did Miss Daly, Savage Queen.
Okay.
Savage Queen.
Savage Queen. So we took your measurements in body fat. We started to train. Now her goal, for instance, was to lose body fat at the time. All right, her goal was to lose body fat. So to lose body fat, you have to do a lot of moving around within your workout. All right, a lot of moving around in your workout is to burn as many calories as possible, and a lot of compound moves. Compound moves is implementing more than one body part into the exercise. All right, the more body parts you use, the more calories you're gonna burn. With minimal rest, you're gonna burn more calories. All right, hold up, babe. We got any questions right now?
Man, we do. Good eye, my brother. Question. She said, as a female, I want to be strong, but I don't want to be bulky. Can I increase my lean muscle mass without getting bigger?
That is an excellent question.
Excellent question.
I love to answer that question. Excellent question.
For real.
A few variables to that. First of all, ladies, you are not designed to look like a man. First and foremost, you are not designed that way. Okay? And you will not. All right? You can lift as heavy as you want to lift in the gym. And that will, of course, increase your muscle, but you will not look like a man. Now, hear me out, because you're not genetically designed that way. Now, when it comes to your nutrition, if you do not have a calorie deficit, you will gain size. Does that make sense? All right? What means...
Yeah, I'm going to break that down a little bit further for
a calorie deficit, that's what that means. You cannot consume more calories than you are expending. All right? That is a calorie surplus. You need to put out more energy than what you're feeding your body. In that scenario, there's no way you will get bigger, regardless of how heavy and how hard you lift. Okay? So if I'm taking in 1,000 calories in a day, but I'm burning 1,500 calories in a day, there's no way you're going to get bigger. Okay? That is a calorie deficit. All right? If your goal is to lose fat, there has to be a calorie deficit. All right? If you need help with coming up with your deficit, what your numbers are, then create a profile at repetitiondiner.com. There's no charge for that. We're building a community. So once you do that, the chef will definitely help you calculate your numbers so to ensure that you have a calorie deficit.
You can't get that nowhere else but the Repetition Diner. Can't go to none of these other big time gyms. Log into their website and get some real info like that. Go ahead, my brother.
All right, so moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, so when Miss the Savage Queen first started, her goal was to lose body fat. So it was HIIT training. If you're familiar with HIIT training, that is high intensity interval training. All right, that does burn a lot of calories super fast, and there's minimal rest. All right, now that does not help, or that does not increase lean muscle mass. Okay, that is going to make you smaller really fast. If your goal is to build lean muscle, then HIIT training will not be your friend. All right, so we did a lot of HIIT training. We also did a lot of Tabata training. All right, now you did a lot of cussing doing Tabata.
I did. I really did.
We got jumping today. What you
I know. When we had jumping, I was like, I should have stayed home because me and that jumping around was not okay.
It wasn't. Okay, so Tabata training is usually you can control your own variables with Tabata training. Tabata training is usually 30 seconds of exercise, all right, with 10 seconds of rest. So 30 on, 10 off. It's supposed to be 8 exercises, but as a trainer, you need to, put that together at the pace that your client can handle. But it's supposed to be 8 rounds, all right, that is Tabata. So her goal was to lose fat, so we did a lot of Tabata and a lot of HIIT. All right, if you can see her day one.
Yeah, don't look too close, y'all.
You see her day one.
Don't look too close.
Who was this person here doing the day one?
Hang on, before you get into that, we got another question. Man, I'm loving today's show. I told you it was going to be jumping. We got questions from everywhere. All right, man. Your Savage Queen partner. Miss Lisa, she
Hey,
said, what's
Lisa.
the best way to get rid of stubborn stomach fat?
Oh, you want to hit that?
Eating.
Okay,
Eating right.
eating right. Okay, once again, for most people, the stomach is the last thing to go.
And we hate that.
All right, the last thing to go. From my experience, what I see, I'm going to say most women, they want results really, really fast when it comes to exercise and nutrition. Okay? I hate to say this, but 1 month is not enough time. All
It
right?
feels like enough.
So 1 month of eating clean is not enough time. If you can sacrifice, or I ain't going to say sacrifice because it's pretty easy for me. It's not a sacrifice.
For him.
But if you can dial in, we're going to use that word, for a good 12 weeks, I'm sure you will see significant gains in your fat loss in your stomach. All right, but once again, there has to be a calorie deficit, okay? Did I answer that question?
Yes, very much so. All right, so back to the Tabata training.
All right, so we're back to Tabata training. Recently, Miss Savage Queen decided that she wanted to build lean muscle. All right, so that's why she's here today to speak upon that. She wanted to build lean muscle. So we had to make a decision. Okay, now no more HIIT training, no more Tabata training, because her goal was now to build muscle. All right, now this was what, December maybe, when we started to train different?
Yeah, December. Yeah.
Okay, describe the training before and your training now.
So before it was like you said, I did a lot of jumping, little breaks. I didn't like the jumping. It took me longer to recover. But now it's more heavy lifting and a lot of reps.
A ton of reps.
A ton of them. I hate when I see that little notepad with the workouts. I'm like, you lost your mind today. So that's the big difference.
It is. Now let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Because you've been around for a minute now in the fitness game now. And I want your complete honesty.
Oh, Lord.
Not because you're on the show,
I got you.
but we're going to keep it all the way G.
Okay.
We know she do that anyway.
Oh, yeah, she's going to do
She do that anyway.
Okay, now, do you know anyone, and have you seen or worked out with anyone to train the way we do with Repetition Diner?
I haven't, and I think I'm crazy for coming to him because he does some crazy stuff. I have not seen that. I have not. I can honestly say that. I have not.
All right, repetitions, you have to have forced repetitions in order to change your body. All right, and forced repetitions are your struggle reps. All right, I mean the ones where you really got to dig down deep to get them done.
That's the ones you cuss a lot.
Yeah, the ones you cuss a lot.
You cuss a lot. The last like 4, 5.
If you've seen her videos, then you already know what she's talking about, right?
The worst.
All right, good. So in the last few months, we're gonna say December, De Leon changed her eating habits. Did we take the carbs out? Carbs out?
Carbs are very low. I might as well say out, but they're very low. I
Okay.
only eat a carb in the morning.
If you don't mind, tell these ladies, you don't have to give every single ingredient or every meal, but how many times a day do you eat?
5 times a day.
You hear that, ladies? 5 meals per day.
That was a challenge for me to be hungry to eat 5 meals, but now it's like, oh, I look forward to my next meal. Like, I need to eat now. I'm hungry. Let's go 5 meals.
Remember where we at.
That's the crazy part. I got you.
All right, we're going to hit the pause for a minute. She eats 5 meals per day. Most women come in and say, I don't understand why I'm gaining so much weight because I only eat once or twice a day.
That was me.
Yes. Okay. In that scenario, your metabolism is super, super slow. All right. So you're pretty much storing what you are eating. All right. So now you 5 meals a day. Now, where are your carbs at in those meals? First meal, second meal?
First meal.
Okay. Your first meal is your carb.
Yes.
Any other carbs throughout the day?
No, it depends. So my meal plan, I do 3 days. I just have the oatmeal in the morning. My 4th day, I have oatmeal in the morning. I have a starchy carb for my 3rd meal. So it's like a brown rice, sweet potatoes. And then my 5th meal, I have a non-starchy carb, which is like a wrap, low-fat wrap.
All right. Now, so that's a non-starchy carb and a starchy carb. In the morning, she have her complex carb, which is slow to digest. And usually that is oatmeal, correct?
Yes.
If you do have oatmeal in your plan, that should only go in the morning because it is slow digesting. So we're not going to have, this is if your goal is fat loss, okay?
Yep.
All right, that carb is only going to go for breakfast, no other time in the day. If you're looking to gain muscle, then that oatmeal can go right after the workout. because your body is going to absorb, more likely to absorb when you give it after the workout. All right, so protein shakes, some oatmeal, some peanut butter. You can, if you're trying to get real big, then you can have that before you go to sleep and swell up and get them good gains.
Quick question. How do you know when to eat the carb?
Okay, this pertaining to in your plan or nutrient timing, like what time of day? Is that it?
Oh, well, they just said basically how do you know when to eat your carbs? So just answer both, just to cover both bases.
Okay, usually the meal plans that I write, I'm going to give you a carb in the morning, as the Savage Queen does, and then I'm going to give you one for lunch. Usually that's all you're going to have, if your goal is fat loss. All right, for fat loss, your carbohydrates have to be 20% of your overall caloric intake. What that means, the total amount of calories that you take in, your carbs need to be 20% of that. All right, if your goal is muscle gain, then your carbs need to be 40 to 50% of your overall calories. All right, so if you are looking to build size and you are eating low carb, you're wasting your time. All right. So if you're looking to put on size, your carbs need to be 40 to 50% of your overall calories. Once again, if you need help calculating that, go to the Repetition Diner, create a profile, and we'll help you out.
Can't get that nowhere else, man. The coldest diner on the planet. You can't get that nowhere else. Go ahead, man.
All right, so where we at now?
All right, so back to December is when you basically changed up what you're eating and your workout, correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
I'd like to switch gears real quick while we're on this topic.
Okay.
So you don't mind me saying this, you have a family, correct?
I do.
Now, one of the things we had an issue with in the beginning because you didn't want to prepare one meal for yourself.
No, I'm not sure I want to cook. I didn't want to make a meal, different meals. No, I did not. At that time, I did not want to do that.
Okay, so how does your mindset change from that to what you do right now for the women that's watching?
Because I knew the change that I wanted and I knew what I wanted to see. So I knew I had to change that. Now I meal prep on Sunday for myself. And then every day I just cook dinner for my family.
Okay, so that means because you wanted something, which was your goal.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you wanted it so bad, you're willing to sacrifice more.
Yeah.
So in
What's
the
that
beginning,
word?
sacrifice.
Ooh, that is.
All right?
Yeah.
So you got to give up something to get something.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, it didn't mean that much to you.
It meant something, but I just wanted to lose the weight. Now that I got a different goal, my goal is different now.
Okay. Your goal is different, but is it because you understand more how to... Okay.
Yes,
Say that for me.
yes. I understand more now.
Okay.
And then now my family understands it. So they know why I'm crazy and I got to do my meals on Sunday and why I can't eat what I make for them. Then I be like, ooh, I want to eat that. But they know now why I can't.
So do they give you full support? Like they behind you 100%? Knowing?
Oh, they do. My kids like, Mom, is that on your meal plan?
That's
Can you
dope.
eat that? I'm like, shut up.
That's dope. That's dope. That's what
Leave
we
me
want.
alone. But I
That's
do
what we
make,
want.
so sometimes I do make meals for dinner that I can eat for the whole family. So I might do ground turkey.
Oh, okay.
So I tell them this is what we eat tonight. So every one meal a week, I make it so I can eat exactly what they're eating. So they don't get this meal that I eat. They don't eat
So
it.
everybody eating together.
Everybody eating together.
That's dope.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So now, do you like training for muscle or training for fat loss?
Muscle.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I don't like jumping around. I don't like doing that. I think the training for muscle, doing the heavier weights, I can get through that not easy, easier. And I know I'm going to recover quick after that. With that jumping, that little 10 seconds, I was about to die. But now, I think my endurance is different now.
Cardio endurance or muscle endurance?
Muscle endurance.
Absolutely.
It's different now. So now I can do more. And so, yeah, I like this better now.
Okay, now, who is this person? And then who is this person?
Mentally, she just wanted to just lose this right
now,
here.
Who were you then? Because you're not that person anymore. Who was this person? Well, now, hear me out. We keep it a G.
Okay.
How was your self-esteem here versus here?
Well, honestly, my self-esteem has been the bombs, even here.
Okay.
Look, real quick. Both of our guests have always said their self-esteem ain't never went nowhere. But I guarantee you.
Wait a minute.
All right.
If I was still high here, but now the body that I have now, it has this.
I'm with you. Does that mean cocky?
No, but I mean everybody can have a
It's
little
confident.
confidence, but
Right.
you should be a little cocky. I mean,
Oh, definitely,
look
'cause
at
you work
this
for
change.
that.
I work for that,
Right.
so
True.
she was still like, I'm
True.
still going, but
True.
right here, I like what I'm building right now.
So you like that look you got going now?
It is just starting. I'm not even at my peak yet.
Ooh,
Oh, my
talk
God.
that is savage. Talk that is savage.
Wow, you see that?
This is what we do at the diner, man.
Oh,
Quit playing with us, man.
This person would not have said that.
I probably wouldn't.
At all.
I would have had like,
At all.
no, I probably wouldn't. But
You know what I'm talking about?
So when we I don't know if you've been to repetitiondiner.com, but we have recorded some meals that you can follow. You also can communicate with the Savage Queen if you want. You communicate with the chef, J Rose. We all are inside the diner. One thing I can say, man, I've never seen any online training program like what we have, because you have interaction. Okay, you
Nice.
don't see, first of all, you don't see hired models. You don't see
real
Photoshop
people.
photos.
We real folk.
All right, you see them in the videos. You see them in the diner. You can say, "Hey, what's up? You inspire me." She's gonna hit you back. I'm gonna hit you back. So pretty much why we created the diner, because we surely have a community at Body Edge. Okay, we don't have no drama. Everyone love one another and want to see you succeed. And the energy is crazy. Okay,
Stupid,
crazy.
dumb, crazy.
Sometimes it's a little too crazy. That's
Man,
right.
it's stupid in there.
What y'all
You don't know what you gonna walk into.
course.
You never know. You might walk into the Isley Brothers and everybody just doing cardio, or you might walk into YFN Lucian and everybody there putting up 100 plus. You don't know what you gonna walk into. But we savage. Believe
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Everybody that's in there, you seen the Women's Savage Challenge. You seen the bar challenge. We savage, man. Quit playing with us. And like he said, everybody that come through the door, they work out there. They train there. We don't hire nobody to come in for a look. Believe that.
True indeed. So what the goal is to take the same energy that we have inside the gym and create that same community and energy online. All right. So you may not be there with us physically, but we still can hold your hand from a distance. If you just take that one step, create a profile online. Once again, that's free of charge.
Do it.
We're gonna help you. We'll create your meal plan for you. Make sure you get there, but you got to take that first step. A lot of times, the first step is the hardest. A lot of people that come to the chef or come to Body X has never ever been in the gym at all. All right, and they say, you know what? I feel comfortable, and we push you, but we push you safely. Okay, your program has to be progressive, so we got to push you. Our training program, it has to be systematic and progressive. The systematic part, leave that to the chef. I'm gonna create the meal. And what I've never seen also is that I'm gonna write a new workout every single time you come to the gym.
Every time. I'd be like, what is this?
Absolutely, we're not.
Who would do this?
True. And so if you want to taste the meal, you can go to the diner and taste the meal. There's no charge for that. We're gonna give you as much as we can for free, and that's on the strip.
You ain't getting that nowhere else. You ain't getting that nowhere else. Trust and believe that. So let's talk a little bit about how, or if we can you break it down a little bit more as into the carbs? Let's talk about the carbs a little bit more,
Okay.
because I know for me, like I said, I'm heavy into carbs,
All
but
right.
at the same time, I train a lot hard. I ain't gonna say, I train a lot harder. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So break that down a little bit more, just as far as the carb aspect, as far as the belly fat go.
Okay, the belly fat, or is this for fat loss or muscle gain?
Muscle gain.
Okay, let's start from scratch. All right, starting from scratch, you need to find out how many calories your body needs. Okay, you need to know how much energy does your body require. You need to know that before you can calculate calories. All right. Now, some people like to just eat clean and don't count macros. All right, macros are fat, carbs, and protein. All right, that is called macronutrients. Some people do not like to count that. All right, they just want to eat clean. Now, that is simply guessing at your gains. All right, I'm not saying you won't get results, but you will hit a plateau at some point because you're guessing. All right, you need to take out all the guesswork, and you're going to do that by finding out what your BMR is. All right, your BMR means basal metabolic rate. All right, that means basal for bottom, Metabolic meaning your food, your metabolism, and at what rate does your body burn energy. You need to know that. All right? Once we find that number, we now can come up with how many calories you need every day based on your activity. All right? If you're working out 3 or 4 times a week, your activity is going to be more than someone who's sedentary. All right? We need to calculate those numbers based on your activity level. All right? Once we calculate those numbers based on your activity level, now we can come up with a carbohydrate percentage for fat loss or muscle gain, depending on what your goal is. Is that another question?
Yeah, we got one. It says, I like to run and do a lot of cardio. Can I do a bunch of cardio to burn the fat off? And will that also help muscle growth?
Excellent question. You want to take that one? You want me to take that one?
You go ahead, Chef.
Okay, I'll take this one.
You know it.
Go ahead.
That is an excellent question. Now, the same way your nutrition has to be in line with what your goal is, your cardio has to be in line with what your goal is. Okay? If your goal is to put on muscle, then extra cardio, high intensity cardio, running is going to have the adverse effect.
Boom.
All right? So, in that scenario, you need to know where your heart rate is. Okay? Your heart rate has a tremendous impact on what your body is using for energy while you are performing cardio. If your goal is to build muscle, then you need to have a low heart rate so your energy source at that time will be fat and not carbohydrates, okay? Carbohydrates get stored in your muscles, so if you run at a high intensity, you are running the carbohydrates out of your muscles, which is your glycogen storage, okay? Not to confuse you, but you need to have a low heart rate to put on muscle, okay?
But cardio, when doing cardio, you do lose some muscle.
Absolutely, muscle mass.
Yeah.
She know what she
And why
talking
is
about.
that?
You tell me.
All right. Okay. Hey, look, you cannot. Yeah. But even though you are putting on lean muscle, and your muscle mass numbers went through the roof.
Yeah.
All right, your muscle mass went up, so you are building lean muscle. But there is a difference between lean muscle and muscle mass.
Right.
All right, that's someone that's shredded. That's someone that's swole. They're two different looks.
Huge
They
difference.
both have muscle.
Mm-hmm.
The one, the swole guy, probably has a poor diet, eats what he wants, but he just has a lot of muscle.
Right.
The lean muscle person, carbohydrates are low, which means their glycogen storage is low, so their muscles aren't as full as a swole guy. Does that make sense?
Let me break it down in layman terms for all those people that you know. For all y'all that go in the gym and hit 225 6 times and then jump up and flex, okay, you the swole one. But for the guys that's gonna come in there and we finna hit 225 15 to 20 times, you lean down and you strong. Am I on point with that? Am I on point?
You're on point.
There it is. There it is. Quit playing with us in here, man. We all know what we're talking about, man. Go ahead, man. Get it back, man.
All right. So we'll go back to your question. All right. We'll go back to your cardio question. So, to put on muscle and lose body fat, your heart rate needs to be low while performing your cardio. To be more precise, your max heart rate, you can take a guesstimate by taking 220 minus your age. All right? Take 220 minus your age, and that's going to be a good guesstimate of your max heart rate. All right? Once you get your max heart rate, you're going to take your max heart rate times 0.70, which is 70%. All right? And then you're going to multiply that times 0.80, which is 80%. And your range is going to be between 70 and 80. Okay? You got that?
Say that again. Write that down.
Absolutely. So 220 220 minus your age is going to be a good guesstimate. It's only a guesstimate without doing a metabolic profile, but a good guesstimate is going to be 220 minus your age. You're going to take that, multiply it by 0.70 and by 0.80. That range is going to be your zone 3. All right? Zones 1, 2, and 3, the percentages are higher for burning fat. All right? So whatever that top number is, which is 0.80, when you're doing your cardio, do not go above that, meaning your heart rate.
Yeah.
So while you're doing your cardio, check your heart rate. If it's above your zone 3, then you need to slow down, okay? Now, there are times where you will go into your zones 4 and 5, but that isn't the time if your goal is to put on mass, okay? If you want to increase cardiovascular endurance and strength, then you will go into your zones 4 and 5. All right? So let me go a little bit deeper. Can I keep going?
Man, keep going. Let them know.
All right,
Go
so
all the way in on.
when it comes to cardiovascular training, there are 5 heart rate training zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each zone is responsible for a specific goal, cardio-wise. All right? In between your zone 3 and 4, there's something called an anaerobic threshold, okay? Short for AT. Anaerobic, meaning without oxygen, okay? Aerobic, meaning with oxygen. All right, so your threshold is between zones 3 and 4. That's the point where your body will switch from using fat and carbs. Not saying you won't use both, but the percentages are higher from one than the other, if that makes sense. Any more questions, or are we good?
Man, we good on the
All
questions,
right,
but I got a question for DeLeon, though. I'm finna put her on the spot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, look,
You know what? I get put on the
look,
spot.
this right here, hey, look, I'm finna turn this into a little talk show real quick.
Go ahead.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what's the whole reason for the lean out? Why you bulking up? What you trying to do? Is there a particular reason you doing it, or you just doing it for pleasure? Like, you know, let the people know. Give us that inside scoop at the Repetition Diner. Let us know.
So I wanted to lose the fat, which of course that's happening. But I got a switch in my mind. Like, let me see how far I can take my body and what look I can get. So then I said, okay, let me switch gears. And let me see if I can get to a point where I can get on somebody's stage.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, talk that, queen.
No, hold on, you talking about what, you stripper?
I know you lied. You lied.
What stage you talking about? We talking about?
He
He talking about Amateur Mondays.
Come on, man.
He talking about Amateur Mondays.
That free workout shit today. Let me tell you.
Coming to the stage? Savage.
Amateur Mondays, what we doing here? Amateur
They
Mondays.
both about to get knocked out.
What stage you talking about?
Fitness stage. So I decided that I wanted to either do bikini or wellness. But after looking at my body type, I think wellness is better for me. So when I got that switch, I was like, oh, now I got to turn it up.
Okay. Bikini and wellness.
Yes.
Or it to look different between those two?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Bikini, they small, like they slim.
Okay.
I don't think I can get that slim.
Okay.
Wellness, it kind of work with your body. Big legs.
African American anyway.
Yeah,
Talk
us.
that in.
Yeah.
Talk
Your
that
legs are
in.
nice and big, which I think that's more of my speed. Now, I might dabble into bikini, depending on how I look, but I think my focus is wellness.
Okay, so if you don't mind, man, how many kids you have?
I got 3, y'all.
3 kids.
Three of them.
Looking like that.
All right.
Quit playing with
So
her,
you got a
man.
lot of running around. Your kids in activities?
Are they? That's another mortgage. All 3 are in active
Okay.
sports,
So
competitive
how
sports.
do you find
That's
time
what's
to go to the kids' sports? You still got to cook for the family, but you still find
Yes.
time to train. How do you
Good
do
question.
that? Please answer that.
Excellent question.
I mean, I had to figure it out. If I wanted this, I had to figure it out. So now in the morning, I get up at 5. I do my cardio in the morning. Come home.
What
eat
time
my-
you get up?
5 in the morning.
One more time for him.
5 in the morning.
Ike Turner. What he
Okay,
told
hit the
Tina.
pause.
What he told him.
Yeah.
What he told him. What time? How much is the fine? 5.
5 in the morning.
5.
5 in the morning. I knew I can get up at 5.
Wait, hold.
Pause.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are sleeping till 10, 11, 12 o'clock, it's a problem.
Oh, that's meal
All right?
free, but
It's a problem. Regardless if you're in the fitness or not, we need to set some goals, some life goals. We need to be grounded, pursuing something. So 10, 11
Thanks.
o'clock, 12 o'clock cannot happen, whether you're in the fitness or not. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So I get up.
Okay.
You got some?
One real
Yeah.
quick.
Go ahead.
What is the minimum number of times to train? And if I want to increase LMM,
Lean mass.
yeah,
All right.
I can only make it twice a week. Is that enough?
If you are a beginner, yes. And this is why. When you are new to training, we're going to say prep. You prep. When you're preparing food, you prep that meat, right? All right, so look, you need to prep your body. So 2 days a week, total body can work in the beginning. But your body is super, super smart. All right, and once your body adapts to that, you're going to need more. Okay, so in the beginning, that can work. But I would say a phase of training is 4 to 6 weeks. So about 6 weeks in, you need to go into a split routine. All right, and that's 1 or 2 body parts a day. All right, but in the beginning, that can work, and you will still increase your lean mass, but you will hit a plateau eventually because that's not going to be enough food on the plate, enough work. All right.
Yes.
So at 5 in the morning, you up?
Up, go get my cardio in, come home, eat my first meal, take my shower, get my kids up.
Okay, so hold. 5 in the morning, house still sleep.
House still sleep. Everybody sleep.
You get up, leave your house.
Leave my house.
Go get that work.
Go get it.
All right, come on back.
Come on back, eat,
Okay.
get myself together, wake up them kids.
Oh, you still working a full-time job too?
Full-time job and I have my own
Okay,
business.
full-time job, entrepreneur,
Yeah.
3 kids, fix the food for the family, and still train with the chef? What? Shit. All right.
She winning. Quit playing.
Yeah, then I get them up, get them to school, come back home,
Okay.
Get back on my 9 to 5.
All right.
And then at 9:30, I'm heading over to get my workout at 10.
She coming to the
At
diner.
9:30, she texting, Chef, you on time?
I need to know. Because you ain't no time. I get some more work done before I skedaddle.
Then I'll text back and say, I'm a few minutes behind. She hit me with the mad ball face. And then she called me by my government. That's what happens. So when I see my government, I know she's not too happy with me at
No,
that
because I got things to do. I got to work. So I take my break from work to get this workout. And
point.
if
You want them to say that again?
I take my break from work to get this workout.
All right, quick. After the workout, then what is your day after that?
Then I go back to work until my kids get home, feeding them, getting them to their sports, getting home, and dinner. Well, I eat in between that. I gotta have my 4 meals in between
Getting
that.
the
Are you
meals
meal
in.
prepping?
Yes, on Sundays. Before I came here, y'all, I did my meals.
Okay,
Look
so
at
your
that.
meals are prepared in advance.
Yes, but I can only prepare my meals in advance up to Wednesday because I don't like stuff sitting for too long.
I understand.
So I do Sunday to Wednesday and then Wednesday to Sunday.
So what would you say to the moms out there, not even the moms, what would you say to the women or even the guys that say they cannot find time to get their workout?
Yes.
Time is there. You just gotta sacrifice it and make it work. Your
Well,
schedule's gonna
you use that word. Oh,
stop.
you see how that rub off? You
Man.
use that word a lot now.
Man.
Because I had to change my
Say
mind.
that
Change that
My
mindset,
mindset
baby.
had to change. I'm
What
like,
we do at the repetition diner, man, we change bodies and minds. Quit playing with us.
Sacrifice.
You have to. If you want to see changes, you got to change something. So I know if my days be long, I be tired as heck. And when I leave from him, if it's leg day, I can't even walk. So, but I know I just gotta do it.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good show today. Jay, what is that show?
Man, let's do the 23rd.
23rd of
Yeah, next month. Let's do the 23rd next month.
Okay, we're going to do this again on the 23rd of next month. We will post this video at the Repetition Diner so you can get more information. You can create a profile at the diner. You can meet Jay Rose. You can meet the Savage Queen, Miss DeLeon. You can meet the chef. We enjoyed it. A lot of good questions today, good information. And once again, we got a mother with what, 3, married for over a decade, almost 2 decades now.
Oh, Lord.
All right, full-time job,
Woo.
entrepreneur, and she's getting ready to get on stage. So look, man,
Pray for first place.
if you want to make a change and you're ready to make that step, man, reach out to the chef. Log on to repetitiondiner.com, man, and we definitely going to make an impact on your life. So until we see you again, man, y'all stay up, stay hungry, man. We'll see
Stay
y'all
hungry,
again.
man. Y'all already know. Let's go.